Have you ever wondered why so many older adults wake up at 3 a.m. and can't seem to fall back asleep? You might lie there in the quiet darkness, staring at the ceiling, wondering what's happening with your body or mind. The truth is, this is more common than you think, and it's not just a random habit or a simple effect of aging. In this video, we're uncovering 5 powerful reasons why people tend to wake up around 3 a.m. as they grow older, and what these early morning wake-ups might be trying to tell you. Each reason reveals something deeper about your body, health, and life experiences. By the end of this video, you may see your sleep in a whole new way. These explanations aren't just surface-level guesses. They are based on real science, covering physical changes, mental shifts, and the natural rhythms of aging that many people don't even realize are happening. We'll talk about changes in hormones, sleep patterns, health issues, and even emotional and social factors that could be working quietly in the background. And we'll do it in a way that's honest, empowering, and deeply respectful of the life you've lived. So if you've ever found yourself waking up around 3 a.m. and wondering why, you're in the right place. Stick around until the end, because what you learn here might not only help you sleep better, it could also help you better understand and appreciate what your body is going through. Now, let's get started. Number 1. Lower melatonin levels. One of the biggest reasons older adults wake up in the middle of the night, often around 3 a.m., is the natural drop in melatonin that comes with age. Melatonin is the hormone that controls our sleep-wake cycle, often called the body's internal clock. It plays a key role in helping you fall asleep and stay asleep. When you were younger, your body likely produced a steady amount of melatonin each night, allowing you to enjoy long hours of deep, uninterrupted sleep. But as you get older, your body produces less melatonin, which can affect how well you stay asleep. You might still doze off easily at bedtime, especially after a full day, but by the early hours of the morning, around 2 a.m., 3 a.m., or sometimes 4 a.m., your melatonin levels may drop too low to keep you sleeping soundly. You may find yourself waking up not because of a loud noise or a bad dream, but simply because your brain is shifting back toward wakefulness without enough melatonin to keep you asleep. This isn't something you're doing wrong, and it doesn't mean your body is failing. It's simply a natural change that happens with age. What makes this issue worse? Light exposure. Even small amounts of light, from a street lamp outside, a blinking clock on your nightstand, or a dim hallway light, can reduce melatonin levels further. As you age, your body becomes more sensitive to these environmental cues, making that 3 a.m. wake-up even more frustrating. Take Harold, for example. He's 72 and always considered himself a good sleeper. Lately, though, he finds himself wide awake at 3:15 a.m. most nights. He doesn't feel anxious or restless, just completely awake, as if it's time to start the day. Once he realized this was due to melatonin changes, he stopped blaming himself and started adjusting his habits. He now keeps his bedroom darker, avoids screens an hour before bed, and takes a short evening walk to reinforce his body's natural sleep cycle. These small changes help signal to his body that it's still nighttime. While he still wakes up early sometimes, he's learned to work with his body instead of against it. This kind of awareness is life-changing. When you understand that waking up early isn't your fault, but a natural shift, you can take simple steps to improve your sleep instead of feeling frustrated. That's the power of knowledge. It replaces irritation with self-care and helps you make wiser choices at night. Number 2. A shifted sleep cycle, advanced sleep phase. Another big reason older adults wake up around 3 a.m. is due to a natural change in the body's internal clock. This is known as advanced sleep phase. As we get older, our sleep rhythms shift forward, meaning we feel sleepy earlier in the evening and wake up earlier in the morning. You might notice yourself dozing off during a late-night movie or waking up at dawn without an alarm, even when you wish you could sleep longer. This isn't just a matter of habit. It's a biological change that becomes stronger with 𝐎𝐥𝐝𝐲 in your younger years. Your body's natural rhythm likely aligned with a later bedtime and a morning wake-up time that felt in sync with daylight. But as your internal clock shifts, your sleep window moves earlier. You may find yourself ready for bed at 9 p.m. or even earlier, sometimes without even trying. By the time 3 a.m. rolls around, your body may feel like it has already completed its full sleep cycle, even though it's still dark outside. This doesn't mean something is wrong with you. It simply means your body is following a new schedule. Think of it like a clock that slowly resets over the years, ticking ahead a little more each season. While this shift isn't harmful, it can be frustrating if your lifestyle, family routine, or personal habits don't match up with this new rhythm. Yet there's also a mental side to this change. Many older adults live in quieter homes or spend more time alone, and that calm environment can encourage the body to wind down earlier in the day. Without the noise and activity that once kept you up later, like work, social events, or raising kids, your body starts shutting down sooner. If you no longer have a strict schedule with daily commitments, the lack of external time cues, like commuting or evening meetings, can make this shift even stronger. Take Charles, for example. He's 68 and retired. He eats dinner around 5:30 p.m., watches TV for an hour, and then heads to bed. By 9 p.m., he's asleep. By 3 a.m., his body is naturally waking up. At first, he thought he had insomnia, but once he learned about advanced sleep phase, he realized his sleep wasn't broken. It was just running on a new schedule. 𝐎𝐤𝐲 Charles started making small changes, like reading a book with warm light, taking a short walk after dinner, and occasionally chatting with his daughter before bed. These small tweaks helped him stay awake just a bit longer, shifting his sleep window forward. The result? Fewer 3 a.m. wake-ups and a routine that feels more balanced. This natural sleep shift is something many older adults experience, but few talk about. Understanding it can remove a lot of confusion and guilt, allowing you to work with your body instead of fighting against it. If you're still watching and finding these insights helpful, comment number 2 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure to hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss future videos. Your support helps us create more content to inform and inspire you. Now, let's move forward. Number 3. Physical discomfort and health-related interruptions. Another common reason older adults wake up around 3 a.m. is the body's response to physical discomfort or underlying health issues that tend to surface during the quiet hours of the night. As we get older, the chances of dealing with ongoing health conditions or minor health problems increase. Many of these issues disturb sleep in subtle ways, without triggering major warning signs. They creep in quietly, like a sore joint, a full bladder, or a sudden twinge in the back. These small discomforts can be enough to pull you out of deep sleep right in the middle of the night. Take arthritis, for example. Staying in the same position for hours can become uncomfortable, even if it feels fine when you first fall asleep. After several hours of stillness, those aches can build up and nudge you awake. For some people, nighttime acid reflux can disturb sleep, especially if they've eaten dinner too late or lay down too soon after eating. Even something as simple as a dry mouth, muscle cramps, or a slight change in room temperature can trigger light awakenings in the early morning hours when the body is more sensitive and less forgiving than it used to be. One of the most common physical reasons older men wake up at 3 a.m. is the need to urinate. As we age, the bladder becomes less flexible, making the urge to go to the bathroom come on faster and more frequently. During the day, distractions can keep your mind occupied, making this less noticeable. But at 3 a.m., in a dark and silent room, that urge is impossible to ignore. Once you get up and move around, even if it's just to the bathroom, your body may shift from deep sleep to light alertness, making it harder to fall back asleep. Medications also play a role. Many older adults take medicine for blood pressure, heart health, or pain relief. Some of these medications have side effects like frequent urination, changes in body temperature, or increased sensitivity to noise or light, all of which can affect sleep without you even realizing it. You might not notice the connection until someone points it out or until you start tracking your sleep patterns more closely. Take Eleanor, for instance. She's 76 and has always been a light sleeper. Over the past year, she started waking up consistently around 3:30 a.m. At first, she thought it was just part of aging, but after months of interrupted sleep, she spoke with her doctor. It turned out that one of her medications was affecting her hydration levels and increasing her nighttime trips to the bathroom. With her doctor's guidance, she adjusted the timing of her medicine and made a few lifestyle changes. Now, she wakes up less often and finds it easier to fall back asleep. When she does wake up, The key takeaway here is that waking up at night isn't necessarily a sign that your body is failing. It's actually a sign that your body is still working. It's responding, alerting, and adjusting. These signals can help guide you toward better self-care, smarter choices, and a deeper trust in your own body's awareness. Waking up at 3 a.m. might feel frustrating, but it can also be a quiet reminder to check in with yourself and make small changes that lead to better health and deeper rest. Number 4. Lifestyle habits that shift your sleep rhythm. Another major, but often overlooked reason older adults find themselves awake at 3 a.m. is daily habits. Small routines and choices, repeated over time, can slowly change your body's internal clock without you realizing it. Many older adults naturally start eating dinner earlier, winding down sooner, and moving less throughout the day. These small shifts add up, signaling to the body that nighttime starts earlier, which in turn leads to waking up earlier. When daily life becomes quieter, especially after retirement, the body loses some of the external cues that once kept it sleep-wake. Cycle on track, things like commuting, running errands, or engaging in stimulating activities. Without those signals, the body's natural rhythm can begin to drift forward. A calm, dimly lit evening with little activity can cause the brain to produce melatonin earlier, leading to sleep before realizing the clock has even hit 9 p.m. Once asleep earlier, the body simply finishes its rest earlier, leading to a wake-up call in the pre-dawn hours. Often right around 3:00 a.m. Food timing also plays a role in sleep quality. Eating dinner early, while generally healthy, can sometimes lead to a drop in blood sugar overnight. Even if you don't feel hungry, this dip can still wake the body from sleep. Similarly, caffeine consumed even in the afternoon can stay in the system longer than expected, especially as metabolism slows with age. This can make sleep lighter and increase the chances of waking up at the slightest disturbance. For someone like Walter, a 74-year-old retiree, these changes happened so gradually that he didn't notice at first. His days became less structured, and his evenings more relaxed. He started eating dinner at 5 p.m., dozing off in his recliner during the evening news, and heading to bed before 9 p.m. most nights. Before long, he began waking up around 3 a.m., confused about why he was wide awake before the sun had even risen. After thinking about his routine, Walter made a few small changes. He added a short afternoon walk, read under brighter lights in the evening, and avoided napping after dinner. These small adjustments helped push his natural sleep window later, aligning his wake-up time more closely with his ideal schedule. But what's fascinating is how often we underestimate the power of routine. Our bodies thrive on rhythm, daily patterns that tell the brain when it's time to rest and when it's time to wake. When those patterns shift or weaken, the body's internal clock can become confused, leading to earlier and more fragmented sleep. However, by paying attention to these habits and making small, thoughtful changes, it's possible to guide the body back into a sleep cycle that feels more refreshing and less interrupted. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights helpful, comment number 4 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I highly recommend hitting that subscribe button and turning on the notification bell so you don't miss any future videos. Your support helps us continue creating valuable content to inform and inspire you. Now, let's move forward. Number 5. Emotional and psychological restlessness. Sometimes waking up at 3 a.m. has less to do with the body and more to do with the mind. As we grow older, emotions that were once buried beneath the rush of daily life can begin to rise to the surface, especially in the quiet of the night. These early morning hours, when the world is still and there are few distractions, often become the stage where unspoken worries, past regrets, or longings make themselves known. You may find yourself lying awake, not because of noise or physical discomfort, but because your mind is gently sorting through memories, unresolved feelings, or quiet concerns you didn't even realize were still present. This kind of restlessness isn't like the intense anxiety that some people experience in youth. It's softer, more reflective, a subtle sense that something is unsettled, even if you can't quite put it into words. When the mind is not actively occupied, it often drifts back to old relationships, past choices, moments of loss, or words left unspoken. And because the body is no longer racing from one responsibility to another, there is space for those thoughts to echo more clearly. It's also important to recognize that loneliness can play a part in this. As people grow older, their social circles often shrink. Children move away, friends become busier, and daily routines change. The daytime may be filled with light, conversations, and activities, but nighttime brings silence, and with it, a deeper awareness of emotional gaps. This kind of loneliness isn't always heavy or painful. Sometimes, it's simply a quiet longing for connection, a gentle wish to have someone nearby when the house is silent. Consider Gloria, an 80-year-old widow. During the day, she keeps herself busy tending to her garden, calling her grandchildren, and watching her favorite shows. But around 3 a.m., she often finds herself awake, her mind drifting to the memories she shared with her late husband or to worries she keeps buried during the daylight hours. At first, she thought something was wrong with her sleep. But over time, she realized that waking up early wasn't about her body. It was her heart asking to be heard to help herself. Gloria started keeping a small notebook by her bed. When she wakes up, she sometimes writes down whatever is on her mind. Nothing formal, just a few honest thoughts. She also created a simple evening routine, like listening to soft music or writing a short note to a friend. These small acts of reflection and connection gave her emotions a gentle outlet, helping her return to sleep more peacefully. The truth is, the human heart doesn't follow a strict schedule. It remembers what it wants to remember, asks the questions it needs to ask, and sometimes does all of this at 3 a.m. when everything else is quiet. But that's not a flaw. It's a sign of depth that if you find yourself waking up and feeling reflective, it may mean that you're carrying wisdom that's ready to be acknowledged. You've lived through joy and sorrow, and those experiences shape not only your memories, but also your sense of self. Rather than seeing these wake-ups as a problem, try approaching them with curiosity and kindness. Ask yourself, what is my mind trying to tell me? What thoughts need to be expressed? What part of me needs a little understanding? Even in the dark, sometimes the most meaningful kind of rest doesn't come from ignoring these moments, but from honoring them. By doing so, you may not only improve your sleep, but also deepen your understanding of yourself in this stage of life. Final thoughts as we come to the end of this video. Take a quiet moment to reflect on what you've just heard. What stood out to you the most? Was it the shift in your body's internal clock, the small but noticeable changes in your health, or perhaps something deeper, an emotional rhythm that only appears in the stillness of the night? Each of these 5 reasons gives us a different way to understand why we wake up early, and none of them suggest that something is wrong. In fact, they reveal how deeply our body and mind continue to work, respond, and adjust as we move through life. There is quiet strength in learning what your body is trying to say, especially in those soft, early hours before dawn. Rather than seeing 3 a.m. wake-ups as an inconvenience, try to see them as messages, gentle signals reminding you to listen more closely to your needs, your patterns, and your heart. You are not alone in this experience. Many others are searching for the same answers, and together, we can find ways to embrace this part of life with greater understanding and peace. With awareness comes strength, and with strength comes the ability to make small, meaningful changes that can lead to better sleep, greater comfort, and a stronger connection to your own rhythms. If anything in today's video resonated with you, know that you're not just aging, you're evolving. And with that evolution comes an opportunity to rest more intentionally, to care for yourself more gently, and to greet each morning with a little more wisdom and peace. Thank you for spending this time with us. We'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and share one thing you learned today, or how you plan to use this insight in your own life. Your thoughts matter to us, and we always appreciate reading them. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. Your support allows us to keep creating meaningful content to inform and inspire you. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.